Okay, the last thing I wanted to address is the idea of how this all connects to the periodic table. So when you have atoms, okay, especially the alkali metals, alkaline earth metals, you've got this grouping right here of boron, and aluminum, and gallium, and then the behavior of some of these nonmetals, so the nitrogen, phosphorus, oxygen, sulfur, selenium, and all the halogens. So they all want to be like the noble gases. The noble gases have 8 electrons in their outer shell, and so with that you end up having, so there are certain columns that have a tendency to lose or gain a particular number of electrons. So if you think of the halogens to start with, the halogens have 7 electrons in their outer shell. So one more electron and chlorine can be like argon. One more electron and fluorine can be like neon. And so the tendency is for all of the halogens to gain enough electrons to be like the noble gases. So what that means is these all gain 1 electron, so their overall charge is going to be -1. And then for the oxygen, the sulfur, the selenium, the tellurium, that behavior, okay, so they're 2 away from being like the noble gases, so they gain 2 electrons to go from having 8 electrons to 10, so gaining 2 electrons for all of these. So these would all have a -2 charge. So that's kind of the behavior. That's where we're going with this. This column is going to be -3. This column typically doesn't form ions. Most of the time they're involved in a different type of bonding. If they did, they could either gain 4 or lose 4. So that's why they tend not to be involved with that. This column, okay, boron has 5 electrons. It would need to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more electrons to be like neon. So it has 5, 10 to be like neon. So gaining 5 electrons, that's pretty hard to do. But if you think of helium, helium has 2 electrons. Boron has 5. So if boron lost 3, it could be like helium. It's easier for boron to lose 3 than it is to gain 5. The same thing goes for aluminum. Aluminum is going to lose 3 electrons to be like a neon. Okay? And then when we move over here to the alkali and alkaline earth metals, those are going to behave similar to that, where the alkali metals will lose 1 electron to be like the noble gases. So sodium has 11 electrons. Neon has 10 electrons. So by sodium losing 1 electron, it's going to become or have a similar number of electrons as neon and therefore be more stable than by keeping that 1 electron. And then for the alkaline earth metals, they're going to lose 2 electrons. So calcium will lose 2 electrons to have a total of 18 electrons, which is similar to argon. Okay, so that, I just want to emphasize that as well. So what I would like you to do at this point, I would like to see you guys do the do the work that's over on the table that's boxed in, as well as work on the Cornell notes in class. Thanks. See you soon.